Hey everybody, we're here to do an example from Power Standards Quiz 6. So these are the types of things you'll be expected to do in Power Standards Quiz 6. So do a quick example with you to kind of get you rolling with that. So we have the question, for which x value are y equals negative 2x plus 4 and y equals negative or positive 6x minus 12 equal? And you'll have a multiple choice here, so you could easily just plug in the values for x and see whether they're the same for the y value. I'm going to use a little bit more of an algebraic method here, where I'm going to set the two equations equal to each other, because I know that if negative 2x plus 4 is equal to y, and 6x minus 12 is equal to y, then these two things must be equal to each other. And that's exactly what this sentence says, that negative 2x plus 4 is the same as 6x minus 12. And I can say that because both of these things up here in the problem, or in the question, are equal to y. So I have this equation to solve for x. And I'm going to do that, and there's a variety of things we can do from this step here as far as solving algebraically, but what I'm going to do is separate the left side from the right hand side, and then I'm going to add 12 on both sides. And I'm going to add 12 because this is a minus 12, and the opposite of minus 12 is plus 12. And if I add 12 to one side, I have to add 12 to the other side. And notice I put the 12 right below the 4, and the reason I do that is because 4 and 12 are like terms. I can actually do 4 plus 12. I can't do negative 2x plus 12, so I didn't put that 12, the plus 12 here, because I can't do negative 2x plus 12. They're not like terms. So I can combine these two, so that's what I'm going to do. When we add 12 to both sides, the resulting equation is negative 2x plus 16 is equal to 6x. The negative 2x just comes down from the left-hand side. This 16 is from combining those like terms of 4 and 6, or 4 and 12, I'm sorry. And then the minus 12 and the plus 12 cancel out, which leaves us with nothing. That's why we added the 12 to both sides. And the 6x is from just dropping down from the right-hand side. So now we have an x on both sides of the equation. That's kind of the difference with chapter 4 here, is we have variables on both sides, so we want to gather all of our variables to one side. I have negative 2x's here, I have 6x's over here, and then I have this constant term of 16. I'm going to leave the 16, and I'm going to get rid of this minus 2x. And I'm going to add 2x to both sides, because the opposite of minus 2x is plus 2x. So I have plus 2x on the left-hand side, I have plus 2x on the right-hand side, and what we get is 16 from 16. And 6x plus 2x is 8x, so we have 16 equals 8x. And now we have a very basic algebraic equation to solve. We can probably just look at this equation and know what the answer for x is going to be, but algebraically we divide both sides by 8, and we get that x is equal to 2. So what this means is that when we plug in 2 into these two equations, we will get the same y value out. For example, if we do negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So when we plug in negative 2 into this first equation, we get y is 0. When we do 6 times 2, we get 12. 12 minus 12 is 0, and we get y for 0. So for which x value are these two the same? It's 2, because when we plug in 2 into each of these equations, we get 0.